It is I, the Concrete Catwalk. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I am a reseller that has a closet on Poshmark. For my catwalkers, thank you for checking in this week. We are going to be talking about something that I think everybody has a challenge with on it because of the fact that I think it's a fairly decent size challenge when it comes down to thrifting, where it deters a lot of people from doing it. So we're going to go right into it. We're going to be talking about sizes, lesson in sizes. Do you know how it works when you go into a thrift store and you're looking around and you're looking at all the racks and you see everything that's being offered, whether it's skirts, jeans, you name it. And what's the one thing that you run up against where it is the biggest challenge going? It's sizes. Thrift stores are interesting places because there is old versus new, there is vintage versus pre-loved. There is a whole lot of. You get in there and you start looking at those racks. I think we all get met with that one challenge where you wonder, you know what your literal, if you will, size is. You could be a size 6, you could be a size 8, you could be a size 16, you could be a size whatever it may be. It's all beautiful. But where the rubber meets the road in a thrift store is you go in and you're not exactly sure where you should be putting your focus in when it comes down to sizes. You pick up something and it's a size 8. If that's a European cut 8, that is not an 8. You're not going to get into that 8 if you're a true 8. You may realize when you try to step into it that it is too tight somewhere. So I think that the biggest thing about this whole size lesson is what it exactly means. To this whole aspect of thrifting, you decide that you want to go in with an open mind, but what happens is you end up with such a closed mind because the clothes, when you're looking at things and you're trying things on and you figure out, oh, it's too small, this is too small, this is too small, that is enough to make anybody angry. Because I know for myself, I have been in those situations. You have an idea of what your general size is. You go and pull it in that same size that you know that you are, and you put it on and you find out what? It's either too big or it's either too small. Sizing in thrift stores and sizing in general is all over the place. And one of the biggest things that you have to do is you have to go in with an open mind and you have to be willing to try on. I don't care if it's a size 20 in a vintage or if it's a size 2 real time. You've got to be willing to try things on, and you've got to be willing to take the time to see if those things will work for you. Literally, you never know. You don't know what you are going to walk in on when you're trying things on that are hung in a hodgepodge of locations. Thrift stores typically, when they put things on the rack, they're not thinking about a size. They're thinking about color codes. They're thinking about yellows and pinks and blues and oranges, and if this has been on the floor 3 weeks versus 2 weeks versus 2 days versus a half a day. They are looking at color-coded tags. They are not thinking about sizes the way you and I are thinking. So I think the biggest thing here is you need to go in with an open mind, and you have to realize the importance of that fitting room. That fitting room is your best friend. Or if you have on a leotard underneath, that mirror is your best friend. It's going to be the gauge or the comfort level when you try something on. That's going to be the gauge of if it fits or if it doesn't fit. So please, when you go into thrifting, take the size of something out of the equation. I'm not saying don't think about size. I'm saying have a baseline, which is your general size, and go in, and either if you have to go up or you have to go down, that doesn't matter, because ultimately what matters is what that piece of clothing or that particular thing looks like on you. When it comes to the different types of sizings in clothes, we know that a size 8 pant real time today is not a size 8 pant from what it was back in the day. And just like a size 8 pant today isn't necessarily your size based upon the particular cut of the cloth.
And we all know with European sizes, with American sizes, it is sometimes unreal. You can try on 5 different pairs of jeans and they're all a size 8. You may have some that are cut too big. You may have some that are size 8 that are cut like a size 4. And that's just the reality of it. I think that when it comes down to sizing is just a generalized label that has a number that is relative to what some person thinks those measurements are ideal or ideal for. It's just a theoretic. I don't think that the label inside of an article of clothing governs one particular type of a body size. So you have to keep that in mind when you're going in and you're looking around the thrift store, because seriously, sizing is not relative when it comes down to looking for items, whether you're going to have those items for yourself or whether you're going to have those items to sell again later. The deterrent is real. You're thinking it's going to be an easy thing to go in, let me go to the rack, and if this is, my relative size section, I'm going to be able to find exactly what it is that I'm looking for. Sorry. The name of the game in labels has changed. To me, there is no such thing as a size label anymore. I look at it as a suggested size, meaning it may fit an 8, it may not. It may fit a 10, it may not. It may fit a 12, it may not. Anything that you try on, you've got options. You could potentially alter it, you could potentially upcycle it so that it becomes a totally different garment or a totally different whatever you choose it to be moving forward. When you're going into thrift stores and you're looking at clothing and you're looking at items that you are considering, don't get caught up in a tag that says, hi, I'm a size 2 or hi, I'm a size 4. Please don't get caught up into that. In the long run, you miss out on something that could potentially work for you or work for one of your customers that you have that you're purchasing things for in your business. You guys, I only wanted to pop in real quick and leave you with this lesson in sizes. Sizes don't matter. They never have. Pick what works for you, and in the long run, you'll be happy, or your potential customer will be happy because they have something, or you have something that you can work with. Thank you so much for stopping by this Sunday. Please do me this, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please tap that bell for notifications so that you don't miss anything that I post. I post videos every Sunday. Go and check out my Poshmark closet. I am Concrete Catwalk on Poshmark. Head on over to Instagram. I am the Cat Walks Concrete on IG. I typically list items in my closet weekly, and I also share those items on Instagram. Feel free to DM me there if you have any questions about anything that you see, or if it's an item that you specifically want, DM me, and together we can work it out so that you can get it before somebody else does. That is it, and that is all that I have for this week. Love you all. See you. You know it, next Sunday. Bye for now.